This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Going to try to pass him, and Todd may use this. He may jump up behind Bobby Jr. If Bobby, well, look at it. Look, he's below the yellow line. There's no out of bounds here.
That's exactly right. And if there is, we'd be posting Todd for going out there.
Here comes Todd on the inside, trying to make it 3 wide. Looks as though we've got problems. Aaron Crocker slowing in number 98. That brings out our first caution at ORP, and that comes out on lap 26.
And this is a perfect time.
Watch this. There's David Reagan on the inside lapping by. He makes some contact with her and actually gets her into the outside wall.
Back out in front of the field, Crawford trying to find a line to get by David Reagan. 2 Fords running up front.
Man, when you look back in the field, you don't see how they don't wreck every lap. They are all over the place.
We've got David Starr running in third right now.
Crawford looking for first win of 2006.
We got a
problem on turn 3 and 4. It's Matt Crafton getting spun around, creating a lot of smoke. He tries to turn it around, and all the trucks coming at him. Another truck getting spun around. That's Aaron Crocker in the wall in turn 3. So Crafton getting spun around and then not getting out of the gas.
I cannot believe that 18 trucks didn't hit Matt Crafton.
Crafton, the fluorescent yellow truck, just getting pinched off in between those 2 trucks.
Oh, and he tries to cut back underneath the truck, the lap truck of Robert Turner.
Watch all the smoke. Look at all the smoke.
Battle between the 77 and the 10. They are pitted right beside each other on pit road. So
Ray, we got a problem. Down on turn 4.
Crash.
Kelly Sutton has gotten turned around. Sorry to cut you off, but problems in turn 4. And it looks as though all the trucks are going to be able to get by her as she tries to right the truck and get going the proper direction. Former winner Chad Chaffin has brought out our 5th caution of the night on lap 126. Now 127 laps are complete as they have been under caution for 1 lap.
Remember how pretty I said that truck was? Doesn't look so good now.
It looked a lot better prior to this accident.
It's great to have that new sponsor on board. There's Dennis Setzer right there. We're going to take a look at his onboard. There's the 15 of Kevin Grubb. There's the 59 of Chad Chaffin making some contact with the outside wall as they enter turn number 3.
From the angle he hit,
Silverado is going to be, and they want feedback from the Cup guys. So Craig Kinser's not all done racing, but he's only got a couple more left this season.
Craig Kinser.
First and second in points, Rick. Todd Bodine and David Rudiman side by side off turn 2.
Todd Bodine moving forward while David Rudiman is actually moving backwards.
That's a battle for 7th right there. Todd just took over the 7th spot.
Kelly Sutton getting spun around.
No caution yet. Caution does not wave, Rick.
She turns, gets the truck righted, and they do not throw the caution.
And you want to do it when your tires are as good as they're going to be. Look at Dennis Setzer now. He's going to make it 3 wide going in turn number 3.
Oh, thinks better of it.
Setzer
Let's
looks
off the
to the
gas.
inside. Darnell on the high side. Crawford takes away second from Eric Darnell. Eric Crawford moving to the front.
Rick Crawford knew that he had to go then because Dennis Setzer was coming. He caught a glimpse of Dennis Setzer on his inside. He said, I got to get by this 99.
And here it goes, the battle for second. Behind them, though, the 40 gets spun around and turned into the wall. That's Ryan Moore in the number 40, bringing out our 6th caution. And just as that pass had taken place, Dennis Setzer was looking to the inside of Rick Crawford, and the 16 of Bliss had put almost a 1.5 seconds between himself and second place.
The 30 at Todd Bodine. Todd makes a move to go around the inside of Michelle Jourdain, and the 40 was already there. They made a little contact, and around he went. Tough break for Ryan Moore.
Todd got a little sideways, held onto it, but what I missed,
the
trouble.
200 and problems in turn number 1. They begin to pile up.
Rudiman gets hooked into the outside wall.
Also involved with that, we saw the 77 of Brendan Gaughan.
Second place in points right there. Has completed every single lap so far this year, but may not happen tonight.
Ain't gonna happen tonight. Look, there's not anything left to the back of it.
David Rudiman hard into the outside wall.
That crash was a result of a lap truck and 2 lead lap trucks trying to work their way around it.
And 7 Dodge. Take a look at it, Michael.
Kerry Earnhardt
hooked the 77 of Brendan Gaughan, and that turned Brennan up into the 17 of David Rudiman.
Setzer, and now Rick Crawford will take the point, but Dennis Setzer battling with Ron Hornaday as they go down the backstretch.
Mike Bliss goes from first to fourth in one corner.
Problems with Eric Almirola in the 75. He slows, and the yellow flag will come out. It looks like caution number 8 or caution number 9 will come out now at ORP.
Here it is right here. That's the 60 of Jack Sprague, the 75 of Eric Almirola. Jack thought he had him cleared, moved up the racetrack. They made a little contact. Going to be quite a bit of damage to the 60 truck of Jack Sprague as well as the 75 of Eric Almirola.
As in the Craftsman Truck Series.
But man, he had Memphis locked up, and the problem on pit road took that victory away from him. And I promise you, he's not done fighting tonight. He's going to go get him some of that leader. He's going to claw back up there to Rick Crawford and race him for this victory.
He's got a little gap now on Ron Hornaday. If he can get up to Rick Crawford.
Whoa, problems!
Oh,
Robert Richardson getting spun around, hitting the truck, it looked like, of Marcus Ambrose. And now he's come to rest at the wall facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, he was there's Marcus Ambrose. A lot of damage to the Team Aussie truck right there.
that wreck also, Phil, started off turn 4. Brendan Gaughan has been running high on the racetrack. He got a good run off turn 4 high on the high side, and those 3 trucks all came together and they couldn't get apart. They finally wound up wrecking down in turn 1.
A lot of damage to the 20 of Marcus Ambrose.
You could see Brendan Gaughan up against the wall. He made the one truck move over, and when he did, he just hung into Ambrose as they raced down into turn 1. Just a wreck where they run out of room. Every lap off that 4th corner, you think they're going to lose control. We saw it qualify.
Leader coming into the race, he will hold on to that points position, but he may lose a little distance between himself and second. It just depends on how Rick Crawford finishes this race.
Wow. These guys are all over each other, Phil.
There's Rick Crawford. There's Dennis Setzer. Caution on the racetrack.
Oh,
We're hearing that there is more debris. Top 5 for
Bye,
Dennis
be ready.
Setzer in 2006.
Ready?
He's more worried about Ron Hornaday than he is that stat.
Green flag flies. 4 laps of racing to go for Rick Crawford.
Great restart by Rick Crawford. Look at Ron Hornaday in the bottom.
Hornaday side by side with Dennis Setzer. Racing for second, they bump. Going down the backstretch, Hornaday has to go back behind Setzer, as Setzer has a good run coming out of 2.
He wasn't able to clear him. It's going to get harder and harder for. Look at David Starr makes contact with Hornaday.
Here's your top 4. Racing nose to tail. Crawford has put some distance between himself and Setzer. Then it's Hornaday, Starr, and Bliss, your top 5.
3 laps to go. Look at David Starr trying to get by Ron Hornaday.
You gotta like the job that Rick Crawford just did on that restart. He put those guys away. There wasn't anybody gonna get near him as they shot down into turn 1.
Crawford checking out as there are 2 laps of racing to go as he crosses the start-finish line.
Ron Hornaday going to be able to hold off the 11 for David Starr for 3rd so far. Rick Crawford needs to get back to the start-finish line without the caution coming out. If he gets to the white flag, then they can't take it away from him.
Rick Crawford coming out of turn number 4, looking for the white flag. He will take it. Just over 5/8 of a mile to go.
He's got a good cushion right now on Dennis Setzer that battles for 3rd.
Rick Crawford looking for his 5th win in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. The battle is on between Setzer, Hornaday, and Starr for 2nd. But it is all Rick Crawford at ORP. Crawford will win in Indiana.
What a terrific job by Rick Crawford, Cowboy Sterling, that entire Circle Bar team. Great run for Dennis Setzer. First top 5 this year. Ron Hornaday always good on the short track with 3rd.
Crawford's last win coming a year ago at Loudon. And now he brings this winning truck back to victory lane at ORP. Celebrating to his crew right there is on that side of the track. So he's cheering those guys on, say, come on guys, let's go to victory lane. The Power Stroke Diesel 200 presented by Ford and International, won by Rick Crawford. Moving up in the points in 06.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.